Hey guys, welcome to another session. My name is Sinisha from XOAP, and today I'm going to talk about configuration management. So let's go. Okay, so let's have a look at our configuration management module. So config.XO is based on PowerShell DSC. So we've rebuilt the complete backend infrastructure for this to make it easily scalable, more efficient than the typical implementation. And here you can see like a little overview of what we have here in our account. So we have like 90 virtual machines from Microsoft Corporation running basically on Hyper-V. I have one Parallels machine running on my Mac that is registered here. I can see how many nodes I have, how much configurations, DSC modules and policies. What you can also see here is our API endpoint. So for customers who have like more strict security restrictions in their environment, that's the endpoint you have to access to use our complete solution here for config management. And you also see like a compliance overview of all the nodes. So how many are currently running, applying a configuration, how many of those nodes are non-compliant because an error occurred, and how many of my nodes are compliant. So to not go into detail here, I will cover that in a more specific deep dive video on that. I will now rush very quickly through the different areas here in the front end. So if you've seen the image management video or introduction for that, you've already seen that we have a resources area there as well. So you can upload scripts, configuration files, license files that you can then deploy with config management. So a very simple process. We also implemented the possibility to create policies, and especially different policies, because you might have locations that need a different refresh policy interval, or that need other settings like reboots allowed or not allowed. So you can do that in the policies area. Then we have a module management area. So if you want to use DSC modules from the PowerShell gallery, you can download them, upload them here for usage. You can add different versions of the modules and have like a library here that we are then using for our configurations. Another thing that we have here is the possibility to create parameters, so that you don't have to hard code any settings in your DSC configurations. You can add here as many parameters as you like, and then use them during the configuration build. And then we have like the configuration management overview. So that is the overview of all the configs you have here. You have two possibilities to add configurations. So the first possibility is you write DSC configs locally in Visual Studio Code, create a PS1 file. That's the format how you write them. And then you can use this PowerShell script and upload it. And during the upload, it will be checked for the modules that are used. It will be encrypted with a code signing certificate to make it more secure. And then it will be available here. And that's basically the MOV file you see here. The other possibility is to create our configuration wizard. So basically, you don't have to know how PowerShell DSC configs have to be written locally. You can just add resources and configurations through the available modules that you uploaded here. So there's a lot of stuff you can configure, from SQL databases to Citrix environments to the Microsoft 365 DSC module that's available for everything around Intune, stuff like that. So a lot of options. And when you choose one specific module, it will give you the versions that are available. And as soon as you choose the version, you'll get all the resources that are available inside a module. And that's very simple process. You can now go here and maybe choose a system locale resource, give it a name, and configure what you want to have here. Click on Save, and now you have it in your configuration. And the next thing you just simply do is give it a name, tags if you like, so give it a demo tag. And as soon as I save it, I have to also add a version message, so it makes sense to let your colleagues know what you have actually done. I'll call it just initial version. And as soon as you save it, a version out of this configuration will be created. So every change is tracked with a different version, and all of those different configurations can also be assigned then to different node groups. And the assignment of those configurations is done in the groups area. So you can create a group, for example, give it again a name, demo group, and then you put in the configuration that you created. So maybe this one. Choose the versions that are available. You can choose between latest and a specific version. So for production usage, I wouldn't use latest. Just specify the version. Then you can assign a policy for that use case. And if you have also application management in place, you can also use one of the roles that you created out in application management for application installation and just assign that as well. So now I click on Save, and you see I have this demo group here. And how do I get the nodes inside of this group? Very simple, straightforward process. I click now Download here, and I'll get a PowerShell script that I run on my endpoints, and automatically those endpoints will then register inside this group. And when they start applying the configuration, you will see, are they running? Are they compliant? Is there any error? And all of the nodes that you manage inside your nodes, inside your configuration management group, can be seen on the nodes overview page. And if you like and want to know what might have happened to the compliance, to the non-compliance case here for this node especially, you have an overview of the different system information stuff. You can see which applications are installed, and you can look at the problem that arose here with PowerShell DSC. Now that's a German system. There's not enough space on the machine to write the configuration on this node. So now I have a clue on how to troubleshoot this issue to get the node back compliant. And that's just a rough overview of the configuration management. I hope you like it. If you have questions, get in touch with us. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube for more information. I hope you like it. See you soon.